Writer of Peaky Blinders Stephen Knight has created a new series about the creation of the SAS during the Second World War, SAS Rogue Heroes. Currently, from the date of recording this, SAS Rogue Heroes is available on BBC One and all episodes on BBC iPlayer. And this is what I think. This video will contain spoilers for SAS Rogue Heroes. The first thing I should mention is how well the show matches up true events that actually happened in history to what happens in the show. Apart from a few minor details, the show tells a very accurate story of how the SAS was created. Now this is very different from Peaky. Although Peaky Blinders is based on the real life gang with the same name, it's basically all fiction, where rather Rogue Heroes is still a drama, but is mainly based on fact. One of the main selling points of this series is that it's written by Stephen Knight, creator of Peaky Blinders. And it's obviously good that this show is going to get judged against Peaky, because it does a great job of distinguishing itself from that series. The whole tone is different. Obviously, the series is still stylised to a degree that we've come to expect from Knight's work, but the whole style and tone is reflected in the story being told here. The complete cast does a great job at portraying the characters that they are supposed to be. Connor Swindles as David Sterling and Jack O'Connell as Paddy Mayne are having such a fun and good time in those roles, and it makes the interactions between particularly those two characters really enjoyable. I like the fact there's no familiar faces. Each character has been chosen, or each actor has been chosen to play a particular character because they suit the role, rather than being cast because they have a pre-existing record with Knight's work. After watching the whole series, I'm glad this story was told in this particular way. It allows for modern audiences who may not have been familiar with the creation of the SAS to dive in. It's told in a very modern way, and this is something that Stephen Knight is very good at. But it also just fits in with just the madness that is, or was, the creation of the SAS. The whole competition and whole tally scoreboard system that was put up, especially between David Sterling and Paddy Mayne, that actually happened. That was real. As this series is only 6 episodes long, there are a few characters that don't get as much screen time as others. One character I would have liked to have seen more of is Jock Lewis, played by Alfie Allen. We don't really get to learn much about his character until the last episode that he's in. And even then, that's only about 5 minutes before his death do we sort of learn more about his, well, who he is as a person. Going back to the style, the soundtrack throughout this series is based on AC/DC, Black Sabbath, heavy rock. You get the picture. It reminded me a little bit of Iron Man from 2008, actually. It fits in really well and does underline the whole nature of Sterling and the rest of the SAS. Plus the shots when they're all travelling through the desert in convoy, listening to that soundtrack. It does make it all feel pretty cool. The soundtrack is also available to listen to on BBC Sounds as well. The series ended with Sterling's capture, so I'd like to see the continuation in the second series of the SAS being under the command of Paddy Mayne and the Allied victory in North Africa. It's currently reported that Series 2 of SAS Rogue Heroes is going to start production in April. But overall, I had a really good time. I really enjoyed this series. If you haven't seen it and you're a fan of Peaky Blinders, then I recommend giving it a go, because it's a fun time. It's only 6 episodes long and only one series at the moment, so it's quite easy to get through. All episodes on BBC iPlayer. But yeah, overall I really enjoyed it. I had a good time, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. I hope it does well. It's quite hard to judge at this point because we've only had one series. But yeah, go and watch it if you haven't seen it. It's fun. It's a good time. So, have a good Christmas. And I'll see you in the new year. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, feel free to subscribe for similar content. If there was a particular video or section of the video you liked, let me know by liking or commenting on the video. Your likes and comments could influence the next topic I talk about. Thanks for watching.